Hi chicken, do you ever feel like you're behind in life? Maybe everyone around you seems to be getting these huge promotions, getting married, moving to another cities, and you're just trying to figure out what you even want because maybe what you used to want just doesn't make sense anymore. Or maybe you feel like you're late, like you've missed some deadline you were supposed to meet by now. Maybe you're so afraid of choosing, it feels like making one wrong decision can lock you into the wrong life forever. If any of it sounds familiar, I just want you to know that you're not alone and there is nothing wrong with you. And I can prove it. We're taught to see this awkward phase as a problem. Like if you don't have things figured out by a certain age, you're either doing something wrong or there's something wrong with you. But psychology actually describes this as a very normal stage of development. It is called delayed adulthood. And it doesn't mean that we're all immature, it means that life today is way more complex, less linear, and full of more choices than it used to be. So this feeling of uncertainty is not a flaw in your character, it is a very natural response to living in a world that just doesn't follow one clear script anymore. And it's a good thing. You've probably heard this line before, your frontal lobe fully develops 25. It sounds kind of comforting. I mean, when I turned 25, I definitely did feel like something just clicked for me. I'm not sure what it was, but I was expecting myself to just know it all from that point forward. And it was not what happened. It's not like one day you'll wake up and suddenly feel stable and confident and adult. That idea is actually an oversimplification. A more recent neuroscience shows that brain development doesn't stop at 25. It keeps going and changing well beyond that. So there was this large study from Cambridge that looked at brain scans from thousands of people and found that the brain stays in what scientists call adolescence phase until our early 30s, around the age of 32. It means till that age, your brain is actively rewiring itself. So if your 20s feel unstable or experimental, it doesn't mean you're doing life wrong. It means your brain is literally in a phase designed for exploration. There is no magical switch at 18 or 21 or 25. Research actually shows that people who try different things in their 20s, like different jobs, different hobbies, interests, they end up feeling more grounded and satisfied later on. Finding yourself can't happen by following somebody else's plan. You are the only person that knows you best, and if you give yourself permission to explore, make mistakes, fail, eventually something will click. And all those changes of mind are not a waste of time. They're how you collect information about who you truly are, what you like, what you don't like. I know just try is easier said than done, but just a couple of months ago, I was still in the midst of it. And as soon as I let go of who I thought I had to be and stopped holding on to the old version of myself, I felt better. So if you're overwhelmed, it's a hard word. If you feel a lot at the moment, maybe just try a little experiment. Something you can step into without necessarily committing your entire future to it. Maybe recall what you used to enjoy doing as a kid and do that. Or explore some professional fields that could be super cool to try. And pay attention to what gives you energy, what makes you excited, what challenges you in a good way, not to what looks impressive. So for now, maybe instead of building a perfect 5-year plan, just make a list of possibilities, things you'd be curious to try, and start there. Therapy, of course, is always a great option if you can afford it, but I couldn't, so I'm just sharing what seemed to work for me. So, if you're feeling lost right now, it doesn't mean that you are behind. It means you were going somewhere. and you're in the middle of becoming someone amazing. And I think this chapter of your life is gonna make so much sense later on. You know, if you're waiting for a sign to change direction, go back to school, or start writing that book, maybe consider this your sign. I hope this video was at least a tiny bit helpful. I'd be crazy happy if you give it a like and subscribe. I am terrified of posting this, but I'm powering through. Overwhelmed.